by PropertyLimBrothers is here today by the Punggol Waterway. So we're taking you up to this project right here, the Waterway Woodcress. Next to it is actually your Oasis Terraces and Oasis LRT. So this unit definitely lots of conveniences. So ours is a very high floor 4-room flat unit right here, fully renovated in a moving condition. So let's go. Welcome to bleubricks home. Remember to stay till the end of this video where we'll share with you 5 BB reno ideas for this place as the new owner. So let's start with some BB facts. So we're here at Waterway Woodcress. There are 694 units consisting of 3, 4 and 5 room flats spread over 7 blocks. Block 665 to 667 Punggol Drive. So we're here at a very high floor unit right here in 665A, which consists of 96 4-room flats and 32 5-room flats. And ours is one of the 4-room flat types right here, so 1001 square feet. So Waterway Woodcress has its lease starting from 2016 and there's still a very healthy balance lease of 92 years left. So now let's hop onto our BB floor plan analysis. So let's pull out the floor plan and you'll see that our unit here 93 square meters or 1001 square feet. So from the floor plan you do see that the household shelter is actually located along the walkway to the bedroom. So with this floor plan variation, so what we get is actually an option of doing a semi-open kitchen style. We have a dedicated dining area, a separate living room area and a small balcony area at the end of the living room. And you also do have your balcony and your 3 bedrooms all facing towards the same waterway view, which is fantastic. And now let's hop into our BB location analysis. So if you were to pull out the map, you would notice that Block 665A is actually one of the closest located to the main road as well as Oasis Terraces. Next to us, Oasis Terraces, one of your 3 retail options, does have tons of dining options as well as the Punggol Polyclinic. Another retail option for you would be the Punggol Waterway Point at the MRT site. And the final one would be the upcoming when Riviera LRT becomes the MRT station when the Cross Island line is done up. And there's going to be retail options right there as well. And just for your day-to-day needs, you do also have shops located right underneath this block as well. We are just close to Oasis LRT, that's a 2 stops away from Punggol Station. And for those who drive, we are well linked, so you can easily head up to KPE, TPE or through the Pasir Industrial Drive 1. And for parents with school-going kids, we do have 7 primary schools, namely Edgefield, Greendale, Horizon, Mito, Oasis, Punggol View and Waterway Primary School. Once you come into the unit, this is actually your DB box area. So the owners already changed up the laminate to match it with the rest of the entire home. So here, lots of additional cabinetry has been done up for shoe storage area, for your keys and all your additional storage needs. And this is linked all the way to your TV feature wall as well as the floating TV console that we have right here. For the sofa set, it currently fits a 3-seater sofa with a comfortable viewing distance across to the TV as well. And here we have our balcony which overlooks towards the waterway and greenery view. And onto the other side of the living room is where you do have your dining space right here. So currently this seats a 4-seater table, and if you wish to, you can actually have some chairs over here right where the kitchen counter extends out, and this can serve as your little breakfast area as well. This is definitely a fully renovated kitchen. It's done in a double galley kind of style. So here you have your fridge provision space, a built-in oven, hood and hob all by Braun, and lots of storages from the bottom as well as top hung cabinetry which run all the way up to the ceiling height, so that definitely maximizes the space. And take a look at the amount of countertop space that you have. So this is done in a quartz top, so the backsplash has already been installed as well. So coming into the yard, this is something slightly different from the rest of the flats that you do typically see, where they do have windows here and a bifold door here. But what the owners have done is actually they have removed all of that and changed it up to this little display area. And I think not to worry too much about the cooking fumes if you're going to do some heavy cooking and you still want to air your laundry. So because we are located on a very high floor unit, there are not many families living above us, so you do have the option of drying your clothes outside if you are actually doing some heavy cooking. So this is the bleubricks quick pricing analysis. So let's take a look at some of the pricing in this area. So close by to where we are, we have Waterway Brooks, completed in the year 2015. So the 4-room flat there, sized at 1001 square feet, has an asking price of 600 to about 690,000 for a high floor renovated unit. Over at Waterway Ridges, which was completed in the year 2015. So 4-room flats there, sized at 1001 square feet. Asking prices range between 570,000 to about 700,000 for something that is high floor and in a renovated condition. Over at Waterway View, this was completed in 2018. The 4-room flat there is sized at 1001 square feet. Asking prices there range between 600,000 to about 660,000. Over at Waterway Sundew, completed in the year 2017, the 4-room flats there ranges between 990 square feet to 1001 square feet, and asking prices range between 560 to 650,000. Over at Punggol Breeze, this is completed in the year 2013, slightly older. 4-room flat there, sized at 1001 square feet. Asking price ranging between 550,000 to about 680,000 for something that is mid-floor. So where we are located here within Waterway Woodcress, this cluster is completed in the year 2016. The 4-room flat here, sized at 1001 square feet. Our unit here has an asking price of 660,000 negotiable. So let's chat a little about the CPF grants that you will be eligible for if you are a first-time HDB buyer. So with an asking price of 660,000, assuming you are a couple in your early 30s with a combined household income of $9,000, you will be eligible for 5,000 of enhanced housing grant, 50,000 from the family grant, and 20,000 from the proximity housing grant for living within 4 km to your parents. And that will come up to a total of $75,000 worth of CPF housing grants. So based on the asking price at 660,000, calculating using a bank loan, so 5% cash, that will be 33,000, 20% CPF, that will be 132,000, and the remaining 75% by loan, so that will be a loan amount of $495,000. So your monthly payments at a 3.5% interest rate over 25 years, that will come up to $2,478. So with your CPF OA contributions of $2,070, if you less that off, then your monthly cash top up would be at $408. So let's compare between purchasing a renovated versus a non-renovated unit. So let's say today you are able to find a non-renovated unit at an asking price of 580,000. Your 5% cash, that would be 29,000, 20% by CPF, so 116,000, and your 75% loan, so $435,000 of loan. So your monthly payment, that would be $2,178. So if you were to use the same CPF amount, then your cash top up would be $108 per month. So let's say for the renovated unit, you only have to put in about $10,000 to touch up to your liking. So your cash outlay for the renovated unit, that would be about 33,000 plus 10,000, so $43,000. And for the non-renovated unit, if you were to pump in say $70,000 to do a proper renovation of the entire home, so your cash outlay would be 29,000 plus 70,000, and that would come up to 99,000. So definitely between a renovated and non-renovated unit, the cash outlay does differ greatly, although the monthly payments are pretty similar to each other. So ultimately, I would say it is up to whether your timeline and financials would permit. Ultimately, it will depend on whether you would prefer to go for something that is already in a moving condition, or you'd like to take your own time to do your own renovation works. Into the rooms, actually on the walkway, you'll notice your bomb shelter located right here. So here's the first common bedroom. So air conditioning is already installed in the entire home. So for the 2 common bedrooms, there are no built-in, so it means that you can really freely place your furniture as you wish. Here you have a dresser table, large king-size bed, side table, and from the window here you do have the nice greenery view of the waterway as well. So for this bedroom, it is of a similar size as well and no built-in. So this will actually be removed, and I think what you really notice is that although with 2 singles right here, which forms up to about a queen size, you still have lots of space, whether you want to put your working desk here or here as well. And the room is also very, very bright because you do have 3/4 height windows right here. So you can see that this is a common bathroom in pretty much original condition. The owners here, they chose not to renovate the bathroom because they do not want to void the warranty that came with the flat. This bathroom is definitely in a very well-maintained condition, and they've already installed the heater for both bathrooms. into the master bathroom, so let's check out this ensuite here. Also in fairly original condition. They have, however, already done up the glass shower screen, so there's also a ventilation window right behind as well. So over here you do have 2 panels of sliding wardrobe already built into the room, and the room is spacious enough to fit a king size bed as well as a working desk right here. The view from the master bedroom, you do get the fantastic greenery view as well as some of the waterway view here. Let's talk about our first BB reno idea. So if you do have a smaller family, you may consider knocking through this wall and linking the 2 bedrooms to create your walk-in wardrobe. And the second BB reno idea is actually to knock down this wall and change it to have glass doors so that can function either as a playroom or as your study room. And for our third BB reno idea, you can enclose up your kitchen, just do some sliding glass doors and windows for that. And for our last 2 BB reno ideas is actually for the balcony. You can actually do up some decking to actually level between the living room and the balcony to make the space more seamless. You can also opt to change all of these window grills to invisible grills, so those will allow you to have a better visual view of the greenery that we do have right here. So thank you for enjoying this home tour with the BB team. So if you are looking for something in the Punggol area, super high floor, moving condition and right next to Oasis Terraces, do give our listing managers a call. Their numbers can be found right down below. So do also hit the like and subscribe and keep a lookout for our next home tour content. We're also on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. I'm Cheryl, bleubricks by PropertyLimBrothers, always happy to show you the place. 等一下，我的电话掉。Alright, so now let's head back into the living room where we'll check. Alright, so now let's head back into the living room where we'll 2 panels of slightly wardrobe.